starting to get a little warm out here. I'm not mad about that. I enjoy the sun and everything. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Struggle Moments. I've been really appreciating the love, support, the positive reinforcement, the encouragement, and honestly, really that this stuff is resonating with you guys. Because that was the whole point of me doing this. Definitely keeps me on the right track. It reminds me what I'm doing this for in the first place. Not to hear my own voice, not because I want to be on camera, not to be another guy with a random podcast just saying stuff into a microphone. Community, connection, relatability, English lessons. Speech therapy. No, relatability. Just being able to connect with other people through common issues. So, hey, I'm here for the long haul, y'all. So, appreciate you guys. I was going through some research, or just like some, I won't say mental stuff, just like some ideas, and the phrase survival mode had popped up, and I was like, oh, what's survival mode? Then I started reading off some of the, I guess you can call them symptoms. And I was like, oh, sounds like me. Yeah, that sounds like me. I'm like, yeah, that definitely sounds like me. 9 signs someone is in survival mode. Stress is common among people today. However, prolonged and unresolved stress can lead us into a survival mode state of mind. It's important to know what survival mode looks like so that you can identify it in yourself or in a friend to get the help needed. Yeah, so if your brain has been in, or if you have personally been in that prolonged and unresolved stressful series of events, it's more likely that your brain is going to be kind of locked into that mode. You know what I mean? Kind of locked into that mindset. Not really able to relax. Things like forgetting to eat, hard or unable to make decisions, feeling unmotivated, desire for numbness. That's a big one. It says desire for numbness. According to Rosenweg Center for Rapid Recovery, these high stress levels will often lead people to a desire to feel numb. This is something that many people will begin to look for through alcohol or drug use. Yeah, that's a big thing for sure. I know for a fact that I was doing a lot of that for sure. Weed, drinking, kind of just numbing myself. And I know for a fact I did that a lot of that after my mom had passed for sure. I was doing a lot of numbing myself. But these are just a few things. Memory issues, mood swings, inability to relax. Lastly, someone in survival mode will find it difficult to relax. They will struggle to calm themselves in any environment, still being hyper-focused on the stress that their brain is trying to deal with. If, literally, I've had that so many times, it's kind of hard to, I don't know if I can even count. And I was reading that stuff, and I was like, wow, that sounds a lot like me. What if I was stuck in survival mode? And I was kind of just lining things up. And it made a lot of sense, It made a lot of sense, just what I've been through, just like loss, traumatic loss, change up of family unit. Change up with just like stability and everything. To the point where it put me in survival mode. But in realizing that, it kind of shines a light on like the reality of what you're going through, as opposed of you kind of like putting all that like, oh, those are your character traits. Like you feeling unmotivated is just your character trait, or you not being able to deal with stress well is a character trait. If any of that sounds like you at all, start researching survival mode. You may not, you may not be as unhinged as you think. You may just, need some help. And it's not like it's a life sentence. I've actually been doing really well of kind of understanding that that's where my mind was at, and that's where the journal comes in handy when it comes to writing things down, where my mind might be conflating issues and making me think something's going on and it's not. And the big thing for me when it comes to that is like being quick to anger. And if anybody knows me, they know I'm not somebody who's like, I don't get angry real easy. It's very rare that you see me out of character like that. So, but I was looking at myself in those things. I was like, okay, cool. Let me take a step back. Yeah, instead of thinking that my first mind is always the correct mind, let me take a few seconds and look at what's going on take accountability for the things that I'm contributing to the situation. Try to be better. I've definitely been a lot more at ease, although it's still I still catch myself on like high anxiety moments over nothing sometimes. Because sometimes it's hard for me to sit with things and just being okay. Like something's always in the back of my mind, like, hey, something's going wrong somewhere. Like you're relaxing right now, but there's something you should be focused on more right now. But I'm trying to do my best to really like kind of be in the moment for sure. And that's helped me out a bit, taking myself out of my head and just being. I'm trying to go outside more, try to experience more, really trying to hang out with my friends more. It's kind of gotten me out of like that survival mode, because you go back into the whole, I think self-doubt and survival mode kind of go hand in hand, because your self-doubt is kind of like adding more stress to you, and that's not that's not going to bode well. Combining that with this, your brain kind of being in survival mode, so it's not impossible. It's just something I wanted to bring up to see if you guys had struggled with any of those things individually, and it's just to bring it up. Maybe if you realize you're in survival mode, you can take a load off your shoulders. Who knows? I have no answers for that, actually. But I mean, this isn't like a place for answers. It's just, a place where we share our struggles. I think I was in survival mode for a very long time, and I'm just now getting out of it. I think a lot of us are in survival mode, actually. I think about it. I don't think a lot of us are realizing it. Not that many of us even know that it's a thing in reality, and that's okay. We don't know everything. We can learn something new every day. We're never too old to learn, so it's okay. And knowing that that's a thing, let you know that there are multiple people who deal with it, and there's possibly and more likely there are other there are multiple ways for you to deal with it as well, and coming on the other side. I don't want to say normal. Come back on the other side more yourself. Come on the other side feeling more like who you are. In survival mode, like I know personally, I feel like I kind of lost a bit of myself for sure, and that's never fun. It's never fun feeling like you're losing yourself. You feel like you're not giving people your honest or authentic self, which makes it hard to really build relationships. To nurture relationships, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, if you're in survival mode, it's okay. You'll get out of it. Being kind to yourself goes a long way. And being kind to yourself, sometimes you have to give yourself the benefit of the doubt and not put all the things that you're experiencing or going through on you. Sometimes it could just be the way your brain is wired currently, Happy February, happy Black History Month. I got my militant black leather jacket on right now. I should wear this Kango or this beret that's in the house somewhere. But hey, take this month. Take this month of Black History and the strength that it provides, just from the examples that we have, for people doing great things now, people who are doing great things in the past, and us who will be doing great things in the future. Take that bit of courage and push through, especially if you're coming into grips with your mental state, whether you're in survival mode or whether you're in deep depression or you have manic anxiety or whatever it is. Think back on the people that came before us, who had a lot to go through, who are probably also in deep survival mode, and just take some strength from them. It'll be all right. Happy Black History Month, y'all. Take some strength from this month. Continue to be kind to yourself. Continue to execute. Continue to hold yourself accountable. Yeah. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.